What is up guys, my name is the Eagle Soars and welcome to your second video from me today, my new sort of vaguely large subscriber base. Thank you very much for watching. Just to let you know also, by the way, so by the time you will be seeing this video uploaded and ready, I will have started my live stream, started up my live stream, so please join me on that. It will be maybe a lot of fun. There's going to be some trolling, no doubt, and maybe even the infamous CCWWBB random collection of letters and numbers, aka my chopper pilot who flew me to that 100 kill game you saw earlier in the year. He might even be there since his PS3 has now been, it broke and he bought a new one. So, yeah, maybe you'll see him and he will probably troll me infinitely. But, moving on swiftly from the speak of my live stream, it is of course on my twitch.tv account. The link is as always in the description below. I want to talk about Armored Kill, but first I'm going to give you a word about the gameplay. As I said, it's a jet gameplay. You can obviously see that. I think it's like an 18 kill streak with the jet. I then get a couple of kills with the Scar, and then there's a little surprise at the end. The people who obviously were in the game with me will already know. It's quite a good streak with the jet. I get a quad and a triple, I think, during the course of this this little jet gameplay, and then I think I get killed by the stupid bloody anti-air gun or by the chopper. I think it was by the chopper, by the stupid chopper's anti-air missiles, because I'm incapable of shooting choppers down with my jet. But I parachute out and then finish off the streak. It's a 21 kill streak in all. And it is quite long lasting, as you can tell from the length of the video. It's about 11 minutes long, I reckon, in the end. But I have something important to talk about, which kind of will convey the reasoning behind everything. So, what we've got is some details of Armored Kill, a lot of details. Now, E3 is kind of I think it's still going on as we speak, but DICE and EA released at E3 throughout the event to gaming journalists and so on, many different aspects and many different details of the upcoming Armored Kill expansion pack, and also some vague details regarding the other expansion packs. As I mentioned before in a previous commentary I did about Battlefield Premium, if you buy Premium you save money and you get things, and you get the DLC a further week early on PS3. If you're on Xbox 360 or PS3 or PC, you don't get it any earlier because DICE doesn't like you very much. And yeah, so that's generally what happens. But Armored Kill, I'm going to get into that before I deviate too far away from the intended topic of the day, because otherwise this commentary will just last way too long and you will get disinterested. So what you're going to get in Armored Kill is 4 new maps, as always. Again, it's not confirmed whether there will be 4, but it's almost certain, considering that all the other 2 expansion packs so far, Karkand and Close Quarters, both had 4 maps. So my reckoning is that there is going to be 4 maps. Yes, how many times can you say 4 maps in one sentence? The map that they were showing at E3 is Bandar Desert, which is going to be famous for being the biggest map in the Battlefield franchise's history. I mean, it is enormous. I've seen screenshots of it. Go to mpfirst.com if you want to see those screenshots. That's where I found them, and that's probably the best place for you to find them. I mean, it is insane. There is so much, so many things on that map. It's absolutely enormous. Listen to that reaction to the quad. It is absolutely huge as a map. Now, it's going to have, they were showing PC gameplay, so I'm not sure. It's still not confirmed how it's going to transfer over to console. But on PC it had 7 flags, like a Conquest Assault map, only it is a normal Conquest map. There are 2 safe zones, like Conquest, unlike Conquest Domination. 2 safe zones, 2 original deployments, the US and Russian deployment, as you will be familiar with, I'm sure. And that's all very, very wonderful. There's going to be 5 new vehicles coming in this new expansion pack. As of yet, the only ones I know that are confirmed are new ATVs, new destroyers, the vehicles that will be coming in the new expansion pack are the new ATVs, much like the ones in Bad Company 2, with a bit different, but they're basically the same as the quad bikes, ATVs in Bad Company 2. There's also going to be tank destroyers, mobile artillery, and new tanks, which is unconfirmed as to what this will entail. I believe it's going to be a heavy IFV of some sort. I'm not too sure exactly. And of course the AC-130. So let's get on with the AC-130 first, because that's the one that most people are making a big fuss over. The AC-130 is by no means an invincible vehicle. That's more or less the gist of things. It's going to be to get the AC-130. Your team, I think it can apply. You can get it with either of the two vehicles, but it spawns out of one of the flags on Bandar Desert. That's the gameplay that was shown at E3. It spawns at one of the bases, and you need to capture that base to gain control of the AC-130. The AC-130 is a two-seat vehicle. It's got two gunners, one gunner with a 125mm cannon, the other gunner with a more sort of minigun type thing, and it is, as I said, not invincible. Your pilots, your jet pilots, really need to provide a sort of escort function to the AC-130, because it can be shot down by jets. The two gunners both have a set of flares, but while the AC-130 can take an absolutely enormous beating, it is by no means invincible, and it will get destroyed eventually. It can take, as I understand it can take an enormous amount of damage, but it isn't invincible. It can be shot down by jets, and it can be shot down from the ground, although I assume it will take an absolutely enormous amount of time to do that. So, apart from the two gunning seats of the AC-130, it also functions as a mobile spawn point. If you didn't know this already, it's going to be something that you parachute on. You parachute into the battle from it as a sort of... It's just like a spawn beacon, more or less. You appear in the location of the AC-130 and parachute down to Earth. Now, moving on from that, you've got the ATVs. Now, there's some details that I have on the ATVs. Again, it is a two-seat vehicle, just like in Bad Company 2, one driver and one passenger. Although the passenger can apparently now face forwards as well as backwards. I'm not quite sure how that works, but obviously in Bad Company 2 you can only face backwards, and it was crap. There's only one ATV model. Nothing specific for the US or Russians, so just like Bad Company 2. And it has a horn. That's what I know about it so far, from my extensive research. The other set of vehicle type that is going to be significant is the artillery. Now, the artillery is going to be rocket-based artillery. It's going to have 6 to 8 rockets in the artillery that you fire. It's not going to be. It's kind of going to be like a mortar-based system, but it's not going to be like a mortar. It's going to be rockets, as I mentioned. It's fired as far as I can work out. It's fired in a precisely similar way to the way that mortars are fired, but the difference is the way that the vehicle is maneuvered. The vehicle itself doesn't have very much armor. Apparently, one figure that I was given was it got destroyed by 1/3 of a Z11's machine gun payload or something like that. So it is pretty weak. So it will need kind of escort by anti-air, possibly by the Tunguska type vehicles. Then maybe they'll make a new one for the States Army, you never know, in this new expansion, or next to a light post. Either one of those two will work fine, I imagine. They're both just as potent at taking out scout chopper pilots, the pesky scout chopper pilots. It's going to be a two-seat vehicle, one driver, one gunner, but it's only going to allow one occupant, so scrubs can't come and drive away your precious and precisely planned and placed artillery vehicle. That won't happen, don't worry about it, because it only allows one occupant, but it is two seats. So all the fire mechanics are controlled by one person, and as I mentioned, 6 to 8 rockets. Artillery spawns at a base that can be captured, and it works similarly to, say, the TV station on Shuki Peninsula, where you get a tank if you capture it. I think that's right, I might be wrong, but it spawns at bases rather than it spawns at bases as well as spawning at the deployment.
Get the jet.
I think that's the way it works anyway. Again, details are sketchy, but that's what I know so far. And then on top of those two factors, there's going to be new tanks. It's unspecified as to what that's going to be. I can't really work out definitively what that's going to be from the gameplay that was shown at E3. And there's going to be tank destroyers, which are going to be cool. It's going to add to the vehicle gameplay. There's also a new game mode which has been confirmed called Tank Superiority. I'm guessing it's just going to be a massive tank battle. Don't see what else it could be, and other than that, there isn't really much else that we know about Armored Kill. But beyond Armored Kill, we have a few details on the further expansion pack. Endgame, which is going to be, I think, the last one in March 2013, is going to add motorcycles to Battlefield 3. Hell yeah! So we're going to get the quad bikes in Armored Kill and motorcycles in Endgame, and then in Aftermath. Aftermath, it was revealed, is going to be set in a post-earthquake Tehran, if you remember the massive earthquake and massive collapses of buildings that occurred during the campaign in Tehran. Then think that, but afterwards. That's apparently what Aftermath is going to be, at least one of the maps or something like that. So, besides that, that's all the details I have to give to you guys. Enjoy the ending of this video. It's one of my trademark shots. I do this quite often now. It's quite funny. Join me on my live stream, and until next time, guys, take care, goodbye, have a great day, and we win after this 21 kill streak, but not on this base, on the next one. Goodbye.